Well, most of the stuff I talk about with trusts, when I really get into trusts, I make everybody sign a non-disclosure agreement. And the reason is that, you know, trusts are a method of asset protection and privacy. And if everybody has to sign a non-disclosure agreement, because one of the biggest things about asset protection and privacy is keeping your mouth shut, okay? And so you sign a non-disclosure agreement that you're not going to talk to other people outside the group about the strategies or anybody else that was in the group. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, certainly you could probably go ahead and do it. Matter of fact, there was a guy in Texas that shot his mouth off, and I, you know, got on his case about it. And at some point, I, you know, wouldn't talk to him anymore about anything like that. But so the trusts are very powerful, and they've been around for a long time, and you can use them to, you know, like I manage a limited liability company called American Engineering Services. That's how I worked on. I designed the helped design the hydraulic system on the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, and I worked for airlines. I've done all sorts of. As a matter of fact, my resume's up there. Mm-hmm. But I've done lots of things, and I haven't paid taxes since I left U.S. Airways, and IRS doesn't want to talk to me, and I kind of like it that way. The way I do it, okay, is that I manage this company. I have my card, but it's a Texas address. If anybody else wants one here. But I manage this company called American Engineering Services. I don't own it, okay? It's owned by a trust and another limited liability company, and I'm just a manager. And so when I work for Eaton or Atlas Airlines or whoever, they make the check out to American Engineering Services. And I'm the manager. That's all I am. I'm an employee. Mm-hmm. And American Engineering Services is set up as a partnership. Mm-hmm. So it files a partnership tax return, which is a reporting tax return only. And I don't want to get into it any more than that without people signing a non-disclosure agreement. But at any rate, so it doesn't pay any taxes. And I have a compensation for labor agreement with American Engineering. Actually, it's with another trust that has a contract with American Engineering Services. So the bottom line is, though, is that I don't pay any taxes. And my best year, I made close to $200,000. Never paid a nickel. And American Engineering Services, by definition, doesn't pay any, because they just do a reporting tax return. That's it. They just report. And as far as I'm concerned, I get compensation for labor. If you read those old statutes, U.S. statutes before the Civil War, it talks about compensation for labor. And we're going to go into that more when we talk about money, actually, and the pursuit of happiness. There's a presentation I've got for the pursuit of happiness, and we'll talk about that then too. But so anyways, it's all in what you say, okay? In other words, they put on the tax return your occupation, right? Well, aerospace engineer. Well, okay, so that's not labor, so now he's taxable. See what I'm saying? So if you put down laborer, it starts getting difficult then for them to tax you, okay? I can tell you right now, in the U.S., there's a statute that says that labor is not taxable. That's in Title 15, United States Code, Section 7. We'll go through that. But so, I haven't looked in Canada, but there may be something similar in Canada, okay? Labor is not taxable. And there's actually a court case in the U.S., I'm not sure what the name of it is, I heard about it, in Nevada, where this company was paying their employees in gold and silver coin. And the IRS took them to court criminally and lost. Because, again, lawful money is not taxable. The reason the tax is because of the tax is a royalty for using the private money system. The Bank of Canada notes or the Federal Reserve notes. See what I'm saying? That's a royalty. That's the Federal Reserve that's collecting that, and it's going to the Vatican. Matter of fact, there's that World Bank whistleblower, Karen Hudis. Have you watched her? She even talks about it, how all IRS collects taxes and pays it all over to the Vatican. Well, who better would know than the World Bank Chief Counsel? You know? Huh? Hudis, H-U-D-E-S, yeah. Oh, I've got several of the videos here. If you guys want to have a thumb drive, I'll copy them over for you. But yeah, and she's a really smart lady, and who better would know than someone that's chief counsel for the World Bank? Anyways, do we want to take a break, or do you want to continue on with this color of law?
Yeah.
One thing that we need to be aware is that it's not going very fast. Hopefully, we'll cover more material quicker here as we move on.
Why don't we just take 5 minutes or something here, just for a
Okay.
stretch?
Okay.
Coffee. And, you know, what I was thinking is, why don't we stop around 2 o'clock for a lunch break?